A setback for Oak Creek neighbors looking to prevent a Buc-ee's from opening. Andrew Weiland with BizTimes is here to talk about the Buc-ee's battle and much more. Thank you so much. Let's get right into it. So today a judge dismissed the lawsuit from residents over the planned Buc-ee's travel center in Oak Creek, and there's been a lot of back and forth on this.
Yeah, and I think it's important to realize that this was a technicality that the judge used to dismiss the lawsuit. So they could, the neighborhood group could refile a lawsuit again and continue with their challenge. It'll be interesting to see if they do that. We haven't heard from them yet. But, you know, this is highly unlikely to be a successful challenge. Buc-ee's are built all over the country on sites like this, right off the freeway. I think they have a very small chance of success fighting this in the legal system.
So the neighborhood group, you think it's more than just them feeling like they've been misled or kind of things have been kind of hidden from them in this process?
I see it as a classic NIMBY, not in my backyard issue. A development coming in, and it is a big development. It's a huge store. It's a gigantic gas station plus more. It's like a Quick Trip on steroids. So it's going to make a big impact. And, you know, there's an open field and then there's a residential subdivision there. And these folks they don't want this thing near where they live. And it's going to add to traffic, and there'll be more light and some noise. So understandably, you know, they might not like to see that coming into there. But when you have an open field right off the freeway, it's the kind of thing that can happen.
All right.
It's not unusual.
So still more to come from that story. Let's talk about the new restaurant that's planned for the former Victor's bar in downtown Milwaukee. We're hearing talk of what's going to be there now. Yeah,
we don't know a whole lot, but we do know that there is an establishment that is in the works, a new bar and restaurant coming into there. The operators of a hookah lounge in Bayview are the ones that are going to be opening this establishment, but don't know a lot about it yet, so we'll see what they have planned. But of course, Victor's is an iconic location over on the Lower East Side, and I know there's been a lot of interest in what's going to happen over there, so we'll see what they come up with.
All right, let's talk about Kohl's. A new report out today where the market value that was a $7 billion mark in 2021 is now at $1.5 billion. So we're taking a look at the numbers here. The stock finished in the green today. I mean, a huge difference between a couple of years here. We've been talking about Kohl's trying to be more relevant by adding Sephora and things like that into their stores, but the numbers kind of show a little bit of a disconnect between shoppers.
Yeah, well, it's been a struggling company for some years. Issues with challenging retail environment and some other things with the company. You know, today's second quarter numbers were actually pretty good, although it showed sales declining again year over year. Their profits were up considerably, more than double for the quarter. So they've made some changes operationally. It's kind of in the weeds stuff, but their bottom line number looks better. And as you mentioned, the stock price was up today, but it's pretty good. Last I checked, it was 24%. Yeah. So that's encouraging. I mean, you had fallout with a scandal with the previous CEO. Now you have a kind of interim CEO running things. So they're trying to make some changes to how they've been running things over at Kohl's. And I think the second quarter results are actually a good sign. We'll see if it continues.
All right, we'll talk about it next time you're in studio. Andrew, thank you so much for your time. Derek?
All right, Deanna, Andrew, thank you very much. We're enjoying some 70s this afternoon. Going to say goodbye to them tonight, Gino.
Yeah, we've got a cold front that's moving in.